And hello, everybody, and welcome to Shop Planet for August 30th, 2022. Yes, if you're watching me on screen, you realize I've got this backpack on my back because it is back to school time. In fact, for those of you who are out west or maybe in the southern part of the US, your kids might already be back in school. You can't be on social media and not see those back to school pictures right now. So good luck to all those kids going back to school. We've got a little bit of a school theme for you, but it's not completely school theme. We're going to talk about this student loan forgiveness part of this program. We're going to talk a little bit about what buying on discount means for you as well too. So let's get right into it. So with this back to school thing, and I am going to shed myself of this backpack because, quite frankly, been there, done that. 7+ years of schooling was enough for me for now, but never stop learning, right? So if you haven't been living under a rock for the last few weeks, you've probably heard about this student loan forgiveness program that the current administration's kind of released. What are a couple of things that you need to know about it? Now, I'm not going to go into detail on this because, quite frankly, it's not my expertise, but I do think there's a handful of things that you need to know either for yourself or for a loved one who might be going to school. Some of you know this. I have a daughter who's actually off to college, so we're going to be moving her in. Anya goes off, and then I've got another one who's Jaden, who's going to be applying to schools now. So what should you know about these student loans programs? So three key facts that you need to know about that. The first is anyone who's got an adjusted gross income of less than $125,000 based on their 2020 and 2021 tax returns, you're now eligible for forgiveness. So there you go. That's the first one. Forgive and forget. So $125,000 is the first thing that you need to know. The second is this 5% rule. So the income-based repayment plans, they're about to change. And depending on your perspective, it's either for the better or for the worse. But we're not going to get into the political part of it too. So no more than 5% of the borrower's discretionary income will need to go towards repaying that student loan payment. So that used to be 10 to 15%. Pretty significant change. That's income that you pay after paying for necessities for food and shelter and the like. Now, is your Netflix account or your Amazon Prime account a necessity? Probably not. So, you'll have to be a little more judicious about that too. But what about my Stranger Things? How am I going to watch my Stranger Things? That's probably not going to be a necessity. And then 10 years. This is another major adjustment. This is the third thing that you should know about this. So the income-based repayment plan, that's been changed significantly. Before, your remaining loan balance, it was forgiven after 20 years of income-based repayment, no matter how much the federal government has loaned you. Now, that's going to go down to 10 years. It's still not that short, but 10 years for borrowers with an original balance of $12,000 or less. So yeah, pretty significant change there. So know those things about those. If you have any questions about student loans, obviously we just went through the whole financial aid application process for my daughter as well too. I'm definitely not an expert on it, and it was an eye-opening experience after all these years of advising people on it too. So when you're buying things, regardless of whether you're using your loan or not, you're buying things on sale. So what does this mean about your investments? What does this mean about your financial planning? Well, the greatest companies in the world right now are on sale. So as you do your back to school shopping, imagine you got this debit card, and this debit card gets you to, I don't know, Walmart, Costco, Macy's, insert your store here. And you go into the store and you got this debit card and you can buy a bunch of things. You know you need a certain amount of things because you got this back to school list. Do you buy the stuff that's on sale? Or do you buy the stuff that's not on sale, assuming that the quality is the same, right? So the greatest companies in the world right now, they're on sale. In fact, the S&P 500, at this time, it's about down 15%. That means the largest companies on sale, or the stock for the largest companies, are actually on sale. They're enjoying these markdowns. And you don't historically see these often. In fact, maybe once every 5 years or so on average. So you don't get a fire sale unless there's an actual fire. So yeah, things are down. And the current economic situation, it's not fantastic. We get it. We appreciate it. But here's the thing. If history is in any indication, and if you want to look at the past 100 years, we are probably not going to see this forever. We right now, as investors, have a choice. We can focus on the fire itself. So that's the financial media, right? I've talked about this before. Their whole goal, the financial media, is to shriek about Armageddon. And they're always happy to help us do that. They're always happy to help us freak out and get out of the market. So we could or we can choose to focus on the sale prices and look for better days ahead. This is not going to be the same for everybody. If you're in retirement, if you're on the cusp of retirement, if you're going to need this money pretty soon to buy a house, maybe there's a different philosophy here. But if we focus on the fire, we're scared. If we focus on the fire sale, we've now got opportunities. I can't encourage you enough to focus on the sale prices. Even if you are on the cusp of retirement, even if you are sort of in this mode, you want to know, how much risk can I take? How much of the stuff can I buy on sale right now? So I'm not predicting when this is going to end because I don't know when it's going to end. But it is going to end because that's my bet, because it's always ended at some point. So you want to make sure that you've got this stuff on debit. There's a lot of kids these days that buy sneakers, right? And they buy these sneakers low with the idea that they're going to sell them higher. It's capitalism 101. So can you buy things lower right now? So there's a bunch of strategies that you can actually implement if you need any help evaluating whether you're buying the right stuff on sale, whether you're buying a basket of things, or you might be buying the wrong thing that's on sale, something that may not go up in value. Give us a call. We can certainly help with that. So that's sort of the second thing that I wanted to talk to you about on this back to school theme. Third, and very, very important, when you have a child who's going off to college, when you're a parent, I've been told that you've slept your last night of restful sleep or peaceful sleep because you're always a parent and you're always worried about your child. Security is important, and you worry about your child's security. And that's probably the thing that's going to keep me up at night the most. So in the topic of security, we are going to be having separately a cyber security event. It's actually 1 week from today, so September 6th at 6 p.m. You do have to register. It's not going to be streamed on social media, so you have to actually register for it. And there's limited seats on a webinar. It's going to be online September 6th, 6 p.m. We'll drop the link in the comments down here before, because we appreciate you being loyal listeners and loyal followers too. But if you get a chance, make it to the cybersecurity event itself. It's not me. We have a cybersecurity expert. Jared Hoffman's going to be coming in, and we're going to talk about things that you could do immediately. We're not talking about things that you have to sign up for, subscriptions. Many of these tips and strategies are going to be free, if not all of them. So things that you can implement, things that you need to be aware of right now, because safety, security, all that's important. So with that being said, we are right towards the end of the summer right now. I hope you're getting these last summer plans in for those who are still free, if you will. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, do not hesitate to reach out. I am looking forward to talking to you individually, hopefully at some point. And for many of you, I hope I'll see you in about a week at the cybersecurity event. I'll definitely be here next week on Shop Planet. So until then, stay safe, everybody, and don't hesitate to reach out if you